In a small village in colonial India, a boy named Srinivasa Ramanujan grew up surrounded by poverty, far from the world of prestigious universities and scholarly research. Yet, without any formal training, he would go on to become one of the greatest mathematicians in history, a man whose work still influences science and mathematics today. From an early age, Ramanujan showed an extraordinary talent for numbers. By 12, he had mastered trigonometry and was solving complex problems using methods he invented himself. Without access to textbooks or formal education, Ramanujan relied on an old math book he found, a synopsis of elementary results in pure and applied mathematics. You know the one. That book became his teacher. He filled notebook after notebook with equations, many of which were entirely original. But here's the thing, Ramanujan didn't just solve problems, he saw patterns and connections that no one else did. Despite his brilliance, life was not easy. Growing up in poverty meant constant struggles, and in colonial India, opportunities for someone like Ramanujan, a young, poor Indian with no formal degree, were virtually non-existent. But in 1913, Ramanujan took a bold step. He wrote a letter to G.H. Hardy, a renowned mathematician at Cambridge University in England. The letter wasn't just any letter, it was packed with mathematical theorems and formulas. Hardy later said that many of Ramanujan's results were so original, they seemed impossible to believe at first glance. Fortunately, Hardy knew he had discovered something extraordinary. He immediately arranged for Ramanujan to come to Cambridge, where the two began one of the most famous collaborations in the history of mathematics. At Cambridge, Ramanujan continued to produce groundbreaking work. His theorems would later form the foundation for mathematics that didn't even exist back then, like string theory and black hole physics. But life at Cambridge wasn't without its challenges. Ramanujan struggled with the harsh English climate, cultural isolation, and health issues. Despite all of this, he kept working tirelessly, producing over 3,900 theorems during his short career. Sadly, Ramanujan's health deteriorated rapidly. He returned to India in 1919, and just a year later, at the age of 32, he passed away. But even after his death, Ramanujan's legacy still lives on. Today, his work continues to inspire mathematicians around the world. His notebooks, filled with thousands of equations, are still being studied. Many of his theorems were so advanced that they weren't fully understood until decades later. Srinivasa Ramanujan's story isn't just about math. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limits. And that even without formal training, one person's passion and perseverance can change the world. It's important that as a society, we provide educational opportunities everywhere we can. Genius can come from anywhere, and while wealth may provide access, it does not guarantee results. Thanks for watching McNut Out.